Hi, this is Lucy and thank you for coming to check out my latest video. Last night I created this masculine card and it's a really easy design and can be applied for feminine cards too, so I decided to use Uniquely Creative's April kit. It has some lovely florals, although it is a lot of masculine colours as well. So if you are a subscriber to Uniquely Creative, this is maybe a good idea that might help you with some feminine ideas for it. I also used a vellum insert from the summer holiday that was in January's kit, and this is the other set that I'll be using as well, although I do change that up. So I'm just going to start by putting some double-sided tape on the back of this vellum. Now I don't mind too much not having it full where the part will be covered anyway, but I decided to cover the whole section where I know that that part will be showing. With vellum sometimes you have to be careful because you can see the adhesive underneath, but with this vellum it is very sturdy and quite thick really, so I don't think that I needed to be as careful as what I was. So I'm going to chop off the sides, and although I didn't stick it all down in one go, it kind of stuck a bit too quickly for me, and you'll see that I just have a little bit of the white showing on the edge there, so I'm just going to cut that off and make the card just a little bit smaller rather than try to fix it in any other way. No one will notice that, it's a millimetre difference in size. So I'm just trying to figure out where to tear from, and if you tear from towards you, you'll get that nice white border. So that's what I've done. Although I'm going to be putting a bit of the white scrap paper to give it an even bigger border, I think it still is nice if they've both got it, because I'm going to be just touching them up, flicking the edges of the torn bit up so that they have a little bit of texture there. I'm just adding a bit of scrap paper to the side as well so that it's all even before I start putting down the white section. You can cover the whole front with the one piece, but I do like to try to keep as much of the beautiful pattern papers as I can sometimes if I feel like I'm going to use them again, because I'm not sure if you've seen any of my other videos, but you'll see if you do that I love using up scraps and try to find unique ways to use them a lot. So here I am just flicking up the side, the torn side, just to give it a little bit more texture, and it's so much easier just to use an oversized piece so that you can pop it down where you like it, and then you can just cut around off the sides. I find this so much easier than trying to measure before you actually put it down, because you have to be so much more careful, and I think then it takes a lot more time as well. Now I'm going to cut these bits off where it has the holes for the inserts, because I know me, and if I was to start sticking it down, I'd probably put it in the wrong place and I would end up with little circles, those two little circles on the left side of my card. So I thought if I took them off, then I can just put this straight down where I want it, and yes, all perfect, no mistake this time. You do probably know in a lot of my videos I make little errors and keep them in so that you can see how to fix it. So now I'm just going to add one of the little creative cuts, the happy birthday sentiment, and a flower from my stash, and I decided to use that string from what I was going to use with the other card, because I just thought that it was a really nice subtle subtle piece on this card. So I'm just having a little play around with that, and yeah, I really like it on this card. So then I've just added the other two smaller flowers are from Uniquely Creative. They come in different colours as well. So I'm just going to add a couple of leaves here from my stash as well. And yeah, the card is done. So it looks quite different to the masculine card. I'm just going to put some rhinestones on as well, which will match the middle, the center of that flower. So it goes quite nice. I'll have close-ups of the cards, all three of the cards at the end as well, but there's two done. And now I'm on to the third card, and I'm going to be using this cardstock, which is 300 GSM, so it's very thick, it's beautiful, it's from Uniquely Creative. And I'm going to use some more scrap paper, and I realized that I wanted to tear after I had embossed it, so that on the white parts you wouldn't see the embossing. So I decided to put both through and see which one I preferred, and I decided to go with the one that I was going to tear afterwards. And I'm just sanding it so that you can see the beautiful design better. But on my sanding block, I actually had some blue from the last time that I must have sanded a blue cardstock. So I've used a baby wipe and I'm wiping it off, and also on that cardstock, which luckily, because it's so thick and sturdy, it didn't matter. So now I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to pop down a bit of this paper and cut around the card again, and then that side's done. I'll put another piece of the scrap paper down so that it's even again before putting down the white. And I also decide to put some muslin down as well. So I take that out, and then I realise that I might like to put some of this. It's also from Uniquely Creative. Most of my items are, because I've been on their design team for a couple of years now, so I have a lot of their products, and yeah, they're my favourite to use. So anyway, then I put some more double-sided tape down and put the material in place and give that a little lift, and then just cut off the sides again. I hope you're enjoying my videos. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you to all my subscribers. I can't believe that I have so many in such a short time. It's really good, and it makes me want to create more videos and learn a little more. So I did the same thing again. I took off the backing off the tape, and then realised that I think I'd like to put one of these little lace doilies in there in between as well. So this is a little bit more of a shabby chic style card. Do you have a preference on which of the three you like after you see this one finished as well? I'm not sure which one I do. I really love these papers though, and I love how that embossing turned out on that cardstock. So I'm just going to use the other half of the doily there on that side as well, and some more of the gorgeous little blooms. And I find a little sentiment as well. I'm going to add the leaves again. They just give another pop of colour as well. So we've got a little sentiment here, so I'll just pop that up on with some foam tape on one side, and then the other part's going to be over the top of the lace, so I'll just use a little tiny bit of paper so that it's even when I'm putting it in there like that. I'm a little nervous whenever you're using materials to turn it over with glue before it dries that it might all fall off, but yeah, luckily it didn't, and I'm just going to glue down the sides there so that it stays in place. So that's this card almost done, and I decided to use some Nuvo drops. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope you got some ideas. You can try this with any papers, and yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day.